at Scratch HQ today with the fabulous Metta Francis. Metta is our Mobile Nailist of the Year Hall of Fame winner because she has won a Scratch Stars Award in this category 3 times. So she's reaped a lot of success in this category. So if you do have any questions about the Scratch Stars or even for Metta in general, please do just let us know and we will answer them throughout. We've got the lovely Kurt and Sophie behind on the screen, so they will shout out your pressing questions. So please do ask away if we don't cover them here. So Metta,
yes,
you've reaped so much success in these awards. So 3-time winner 2015, 2017, 2019. So now in the Hall of Fame, what made you enter these awards?
Well, I just saw the Scratch Awards and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go for it, and that's pretty much what I did. And I think at the time I was quite new to the industry, but I thought this is a really good opportunity. Scratch is a magazine that I love reading, so when I saw it I thought, oh, this is really interesting. And I thought, well, I've got nothing to lose, so let me just do it. And I did.
Exactly, and look at what you've achieved. I think that's one of the key things. You have nothing to lose by entering. The first stage is literally just entering an online form on our website, scratchmagazine.co.uk/scratchstars. So, I mean, what do you think makes these awards different to other nail industry competitions?
Honestly, I would say the whole process is quite vigorous. Like, you really have to try to prove yourself on an application form, like through your social media, through all of these initial channels or ways in which the judges can, you know, look at your business or your nail work. And then after that you go through a judging, which is quite, in my opinion, quite tough. You either have the judging day where you have to go and perform a treatment, or in the mobile category you get mystery shopped, and I think in some of the salon categories, and it's quite tough. But what I find as well, it is very impartial and it's very fair. Everybody is being judged against a set criteria. It doesn't matter what your background is, how many years you've been in the industry, as long as you qualify, you're all marked against the same thing. Like during your treatment, it's very specific, and you can see that. So after the judging day is done, and you know, once you've had the awards, you can ask for that feedback, and it's very, very clear to see where you've either done really well or where you need to improve. And I find that very useful. It's, you know, it's clear as day, basically.
I think that's something that's so important in any industry awards that are registered as well, is that people ask for feedback. I mean, we had a record number of entries this year, and judging on the amount we've had so far this weekend, it looks like it's people are really embracing competitions, which is fantastic news. But it means that not everybody can get to the final stage. But people shouldn't be discouraged by that, because even just filling in the form, what does that mean?
I mean, for me, I take this whole process as an opportunity to review my year and my work, because, you know, you get so caught up in the day-to-day that you don't really have time to stop and be like, oh my gosh, this is what I did in, I don't know, January, this is what I did in February, this is how great or how not so great my month or quarter has been. So for me, it really gives me the chance to sit down and be like, okay, I'm literally going to go through month by month by month, the last 12 months, what I've done. Like, I literally go through my calendar and I'm like, oh, Nails by Mets did this event, or I was featured in this magazine, or, you know, I had these new clients, or, you know, it gives me the opportunity to really sit back and reflect and see. And even if you don't get to the finals, I think that's really important to do, and it's just an excuse to be able to do that.
Exactly.
And and I think if you are filling in the form and you feel like maybe there are a few gaps, I think it's a really good opportunity to actually say, oh, well, I haven't been able to answer this question properly because maybe my experience lacks in this area, but maybe that's an area for me to set as an, you know, as a goal for this year. I can look to fill that gap for the next year.
Excellent. So I think when it comes to that overall entry process, all people need to do is, if they want to enter, they can enter up to 2 categories. And would you strongly suggest, how would they choose those categories?
So first of all, look at all of the categories, like make sure you actually qualify for them, because I know that some have got specific criteria, and you don't want to just think, oh, I like the sound of that one, enter, and then you don't get through because actually you don't qualify. But for me, I would choose the ones that you're really the most passionate about, because you have to, in this first stage of the application, you have to write about it. So if you're not passionate about it, I believe that the judges or whoever's looking at the applications, they'll see that passion. and also it'll be a lot harder for you to actually fill it out. You know, if you're not really that passionate about it, I think it just shows. So choose something that you're like, yeah, I really like this category, I think I'm really good at it, or, you know, I've got a good chance of winning it. And even if you don't, just, you know, have the confidence to go for it. If you still believe in yourself, then just do it, I'd say.
And you said earlier, you never know unless you give it a go, and it's what, you know, half an hour to an hour out of your working week where you can just sit on the laptop or sit on your phone and enter this entry form. So just to reiterate for those that haven't entered before, the actual entry process itself. So scratchmagazine.co.uk/Scratch Stars, you will see all of the rules and regulations that Metta was talking about earlier. You have to have been working in the UK for at least 12 months. So because you are assessed on your 12 months of growth. So it doesn't matter how long you've been in the industry, for the general categories, we are looking at what you've done in the last 12 months. And the Scratch Stars isn't just based on skills. So we've had a lot of people saying on Instagram, oh, I don't think I'm good enough, I don't think I'm good enough. If you're an amazing salon nail technician, your customers have the best service ever. They go away and they are feeling great about themselves and they've got a great set of nails, then this awards is for you. So when it comes to the categories like the Mobile Nailist of the Year category, after Metta had filled in that initial entry form and she was announced as a finalist, she is then visited, you go and visit someone who is a mystery shopper, and they judge that part of the process. So nail technicians, you can enter a maximum of 2 categories. Nail salons and businesses, you can enter a maximum of 2 categories as well. So we've got either Nail Salon of the Year or Nail and Beauty Salon of the Year, Nail Team of the Year, for example, Social Media Star of the Year. If you're a salon owner that's also a nail technician, then you can enter 2 tech categories and then up to 2 salon categories. So you may as well, right?
Yeah. And also what I would say, at this stage, nobody even knows if you've entered, so you've got nothing to lose. You know, it's not like you're losing face if you don't tell anybody. Just, I'd say, put your head down and just do it. And if, you know, if you're a finalist, you're almost a winner. You're basically there.
Exactly. And when you're announced as finalist, because you've been a finalist a few times in a number of categories as well, social media as well. How do you maximise your promotion and success for that?
So you guys send out a press release. So pretty much just try and send that off to like local papers, or you know, post about it on your social media, get your finalist badge out there on your website, let all your clients know on your social media, like your Facebook, your Instagram, etc. Basically just shout it from the rooftops, because you'd be surprised how many clients are really proud of you. So they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you, you know, and then they'll tell their friends, and it helps to generate more business for you as well. And, you know, if you do get featured in your local paper, that again, profiles you and your business.
Fantastic. And all finalists get a free ticket to the Scratch Stars party, which is on Sunday the 19th of July. Early bird tickets are already on sale. You can check the link on our website or via Facebook, shameless plug. But tell us about the Scratch Stars party.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. I had so much fun last year with Damage. I mean, some people didn't know who they were, but I was living my best, 90s life.
Oh, I was loving life as well, so I was there with you.
It's fun. It's a good opportunity to go and mingle with your peers within the nail industry, you know, bring along a friend or your other half, whoever. And it's just nice to catch up with everybody, you know, have a few drinks, have a dance. And I think it's really nice to just celebrate the industry and to be in a room with like-minded people who want to celebrate, you know, the nail industry as well.
Absolutely. So I don't know if we've got any questions so far. Nope. Hopefully we've covered everything. So your final word of advice for people thinking of entering the Scratch Stars Awards 2020?
Take your time. So we're the 3rd of the month. You've got a few weeks. Have a look at all of the categories. You know, look at your list and think, okay, these are the categories that I want to go for. Have a look at all of the questions and maybe just briefly put a few points and then go away, come back, and then sort of beef up those points and answers. So, you know, take your time, don't rush it, because I think if you rush it, you might feel like, oh, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, or you might forget things. So just, to spend some time, maybe put a Sunday afternoon aside just to go through it. And you've got the time to go back to it as well in case you want to wait a little bit and then submit it, the week before the deadline.
Brilliant, fabulous. Well, thank you very much, Metta. And Metta is joining us as a judge for this year's event because she has entered the Hall of Fame. We do have one question that's just come in.
So somebody has asked, what is the deadline for entries?
Deadline for entries is the 28th of February at midnight. So head to scratchmagazine.co.uk/scratchstars. Do read the rules and regulations. Enter up to 2 categories per person or per business. Deadline 28th of February at midnight. So yeah, good luck everyone.
What I would say, do not leave it until the 28th because the servers tend to crash or something tends to go wrong. It's happened to me before, and then I'm frantically trying to email Helena, and I don't think Helena likes that. So yeah, try and do it before. I did have one other question actually. It was about the mobile category.
Yeah.
Somebody said it asked for a question about your it asked you to submit a photo of your setup.
Mm-hmm.
So is that literally the setup in your client's house?
Yes. That's exactly it. So we just want to see in the first stage of judging how you make the most of the area that you're in, what you bring to make sure that client has a great experience and feels comfortable in that environment. So yeah, a lovely picture of your kit set up in their premises is fantastic. So great. Wicked. Well, I don't think we've got any more questions. So again, I'm just going to plug it one more time, scratchmagazine.co.uk/scratchstars. Take a look at all the categories. If you do have any questions afterwards, then just pop them below, or you can drop us an email at scratchstars@scratchmagazine.co.uk. And best of luck to everyone.
Good luck.